Hey guys, Tina here, the Critical Virgo. It's not a fragrance Friday, it's just a normal day, but I'm in the middle of the move, so things have been a little crazy. Just wanted to share something really special with you. A company called Swiss Arabian reached out to me and they asked me if I'd like to try some of their fragrances, and I gladly accepted after checking out their website. They're known for their really beautiful bottles, and they sent me a few, but I wanted to share my favorite one out of the whole bunch with you. It reminds me of another very popular fragrance, and I'll go into that later, which I've in the past said is not my favorite fragrance, but I like this one more for a few reasons, and again I'll go into that in a second. So this is my favorite of the bunch. I'll go into the other ones like Friday and the weeks to come, but this is, hopefully it'll pick up on the camera, and I hope I'm not botching up this name, Amaken. I hope that's how you pronounce it. Gorgeous bottle, has a nice purple jewel on the front, the back, and the top, and it's just really pretty. All their bottles are stunning, and I haven't made a huge dent in it, but considering I've only had these fragrances for what, 2 or 3 weeks now, and I've been rotating between all of them, this has been the one that I've picked up the most. Show you guys this sprayer because everybody's always so into that. It's a really nice distribution. Gets a lot of fragrance on you. This is very potent, by the way, so you don't need to spray a whole lot. You guys know that I love to do like 8 to 10 sprays. I'm about 5 to 6 on this one because it is very heavy, especially in the beginning. Top notes on this: it's a very juicy fragrance. We got bergamot, black currant, and passion fruit. It's sweet, it's juicy, it's bright. The middle is vanilla, peony, and jasmine, a very feminine floral combination over there, and it's very creamy. It's sweet, creamy, juicy, just the way I like it. And we got the base of cedarwood, patchouli, and musk, which is some of my favorite combinations. Now, I know you guys are gonna be like, well, you like it because I sent it to you. No, they actually asked me what some of my favorite notes and types of fragrances are, and I told them, so they pretty much stuck to the things that I like, which I really appreciate. They curated a good selection for me. They gave me a little bit of everything. But like I said, this is one of my favorites, and it does remind me of something. I shared this with a few of my friends, and everybody, even people not in the fragrance community, say the same thing. They all say it reminds them of a fragrance that they've smelled before, a designer fragrance, but nobody has been able to really pinpoint which one it was. And like I said, I was writing about this fragrance on my website, and it dawned on me. I've made the connection. This smells a lot like Viktor & Rolf Flower Bomb. Now, this is a little different in the fact that it is a little sweeter, but not in like a candy floss kind of way. It's a really juicy, fresh sweetness that I like, because the candy floss in Flower Bomb kind of gets on my nerves a little bit, but I really like the way this one sits. One of the things that I really like about this over Flower Bomb is the floral composition in it. Flower Bomb, it's beautiful, but I feel like there's just so much going on. You know, it does have the jasmine in there too. There's some orchid, rose, and I believe something else. But it's just, on my skin, it's very hard to pick out what is there exactly. Whereas with this, I get a really heavy dose of jasmine, which I really enjoy, with a little hint of peony. So for that reason, I actually prefer this. When I first spray this, as I said before, it's very juicy, fresh, floral, sweet, creamy, just slightly skanky. When I smell this, I think of a well put together woman in her 20s and up. You can really dress this one up or down. It's very versatile, which I really enjoy, as is Flower Bomb. And it's just a little different, and I think that's the reason why it kind of reminds people of something, but they couldn't really pick out what it was. And I went as far as actually spraying Flower Bomb on one wrist and then this on the other, and I've asked people to smell them, and really they couldn't pick out the differences. It took some sophisticated noses to smell the differences between them. The dry down on this is also much nicer than what I experienced with Flower Bomb. It's really heavy on the projection for the first 2 hours or so. Like, you could fill up a room. When this dries down, I get about 3 feet of projection. It's really sweet but not cloying. It's a beautiful gourmand. The florals really kind of settle down and just sit in the back a bit. It's nice and creamy. Those woods really start to come out. But if for anybody who's worried about the woods and scared off by them, it's nothing intimidating. It is very feminine, very, very feminine, and I can see some guys going for it, but unless if you're comfortable with wearing Flower Bomb, I don't know if you'd be comfortable wearing this one. But I'd really like to smell it on a guy just to see how their body chemistry changes everything. And now, the last thing that I really like about this versus the fragrance that I keep mentioning is the price. So this one's 50 mils and it retails for $59.99. Flower Bomb, I've seen 50 mils go from like low 70s and up, depending on where you get it. So I think price per mil, this is a better buy, and also smells a whole lot better. So if you haven't checked it out, definitely do. I'm gonna put a link to this down below. I'll have some photos of like the box that it came in. Again, their bottles are beautiful, their presentation's gorgeous as well, and I'll have a whole rating on there. If you have any questions, you know where to put them. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and on Friday I will be talking about something else from this house, so stay tuned if you're interested. Bye guys.